Hello Pisces, Pisces rising, and of course all of you Piscean moon people out there. This is your weekly astrological land card horoscope for the week starting February 3rd, 2020. And of course, if you ever wish to get a session with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. And of course, what is going on when it comes to astrology? We always start with the astrology here. Well, for Monday, we've actually got Venus, planet of love, harmony, affection, as well as favors and magnetism in your sign. And with Venus in your sign, remember, we're getting a wild card blessing, attracting all kinds of good things towards us. Well, on Monday, we've actually got him in her in a sextile to Saturn, which is currently in your 11th house of friendships and social networking. And Venus is easing some tension that may exist in a current friendship, or maybe not necessarily a friendship that is as tight as it could be. When we have Venus sextile to Saturn, this could be a healing opportunity, especially for those of you that maybe feel like you've lost connections, or maybe friendships that were once super tight have really kind of drifted apart. There may not have been a complete falling out. It might not have like just gone off. But at the same time, with Saturn in that 11th house, a lot of you Piscean people have been sort of feeling the restrictions that can often come with maybe having to confront old business getting in the way of good friendships. Now, whether it's your old business or their old business, again, spin the wheel. It could be anyone. It could be both. But with Venus in your sign, she is lending some love to actually soften maybe an edge, or to put some cracks in a wall or a barrier between you and somebody that ultimately, or maybe more than one person, that has been very helpful to you. You know, we have Venus sextile to Saturn. We are drawing in strong, good friendships, of course, but also at the same time healing friendships that were once strong. Remember, with sextiles, it's important to engage with them. We do not sit back with sextiles and just wait and see if they do something for us without any engagement whatsoever. And Monday overnight to Tuesday, if you see these situations pop up, these opportunities, possibly conversations tentatively getting started, or maybe you feel the urge to open up the conversation yourself, you'll be doing yourself a favor, to engage. On Wednesday, we've actually got Mercury, planet of communications, haste and speed, in your sign, forming a sextile as well to Uranus, which is actually in your 3rd house of communications, pacts, promises, commitments, and your peer group. And with Mercury in your sign, it does look like a lot of you Piscean people will be finding a way to sort of extract the cream of the crop from either a social network, or maybe a collaborative group, or maybe a peer group, or a group of coworkers, to create a super team around yourself if you're interested. Because Uranus in your 3rd house is really shaking things up in the best of ways possible. He is disrupting old patterns, deleting and dissolving old scripts, getting rid of identity issues that are creating blocks in trust, in intimacy, and in, of course, good faith. And with Mercury involved here, we have a chance to start building stronger professional and personal contacts, friendships, and a second sense of family. Because Mercury is all about making swift moves. Mercury is all about opening up lines of communication. That's what he's doing in your 1st house. And this could actually provide a lot of breakthroughs, because with Uranus in the 3rd house, we're also talking about having breakthroughs when it comes to personal goals that you wish to actually achieve, when it comes to maybe your own personal creative works, maybe your own business, your own job, your vocation. And these people and these opportunities will be there should you be willing to, again, engage and do that work. So before we move on to the cards, I do want to remind everyone that if you are looking for a certain video or you don't know what horoscope to watch or anything like that, I have a list of videos in the down bar below. You do need to check out the down bar below, and if you're on a mobile device, just click on the arrow next to the title underneath the video, and it will open up the down bar for you. So what's going on when it comes to your cards? Well, for your spiritual themes, we actually have the World upright. And a lot of you Piscean people are basically in a space where this is a week fraught with opportunities to level up, to break out of what might feel like a bit of stagnancy, or maybe a circular circumstance, or a repeating life circumstance. But at the same time, with the World card, we are talking about everything getting a boost, everything getting a step up. Relationships, jobs, health, social life, family, spiritual practice. Because the World is all about integration. It's all about bringing everything back together and doing a lot of clearing and healing and updating and upgrading. A lot of things are going to get purged and dissolved this week, things that maybe you didn't know needed to go, and a lot of things are getting upgraded and perfected, things that you didn't know had that kind of potential. A lot of the times with the World card upright as the spiritual theme is that we are trying to close a book of your life this week. We are trying to actually put an ending and a punctuation on it. But unlike the Death card, we are starting a whole new story, not transitioning chapters. That's what the Death card does. The Death card ends a chapter and opens a chapter. The World is about changing an entire story. Now, of course, it may not necessarily all transpire within 1 week, but with the World we have the seeds getting planted, we have the work opportunities there, we have everything that we need to engage with and to give our energy and effort to. But the World is also a test. Are we going to engage, or are we going to wait to receive? And I can tell you right now, the latter. Don't do it. Don't wait. Alright, because the World card upright is talking about a focus on everything needs to be given a step up. You can also go in and say, look, this needs an upgrade, this needs an update. Uranus, revolution, doing something revolutionary or innovative, trying to bring everything to its best, highest potential, breaking away from scripts and cycles. This is what the World is all about, not just ending a chapter, closing a book. When it comes to the influx, we can see that as well. Well, with the Two of Cups reversed, this is a week where a lot of you Piscean people are going to be needing to look at where a lot of connections that you have are actually fighting with each other or pulling against each other. They're not complementary the way we might have thought. Now, these can be friendships, yes. They could be working relationships, yes. The Two of Cups in reverse, we often see a situation where people are engaging with each other as a personal means to their own end, but they're doing it in a way where they may be feigning investment in the greater good, feigning interest, love, or affection for the other person. At the end of the day, it's the me, my, myself journey kind of stuff. And with this Two of Cups reversed, it gets really frickin' tired. And in a lot of cases, this can sometimes show up where you have to find out where, yeah, a lot of these relationships are basically rooted in personal convenience. A lot of these connections, I need to get away from. I need to take some personal space from. It doesn't mean that all of your friends are terrible. It doesn't mean that everyone's lying to you. I don't encourage paranoia. But at the same time, with the Two of Cups reversed, we are going to actually have a good look and see where is that true, strong bond that can weather everything, and where is that I'm on a personal journey and you're here to help me on that journey. Kind of energy. There is a big difference when it comes to what is complementary and what is not. Who is here in unity and who is here for themselves. You're going to be noticing some things. On the outflux, we do have the Four of Wands upright, going away. Very much like the World card upright. In a sense, we've done all we can with a certain stage of our life, a certain approach in our life, maybe a certain area that we live in, maybe a certain way that we go about doing our business, possibly a certain collective that we engage in or engage with. And with the Four of Wands going away, taking a step back, a lot of you Piscean people might be feeling a little bit forlorn about that. It's okay to grieve a transition of the old, and that is a big part of this. While this is a joyous occasion, there are breakthroughs coming through. It can feel a little bit sad to know that you can't take everyone and everything with you. But with the Four of Wands going away, we are making room for some very interesting developments down below. In fact, when we have the mundane concerns to talk about, for your material, well, with the Page of Swords reversed, we are doing some correcting of mistakes when it comes to your material concerns. Now, this could be a professional mistake, financial mistake, not sure. But the Page of Swords reverse is indicating something has maybe been misjudged, miscalculated, misunderstood, or misapplied. And with the Page of Swords reversed, there's always a chance to turn it around and set things right. A lot of the times with the Page of Swords reversed, I've often found that the reason that they can sometimes go unhandled or mishandled, words, it's because in a lot of cases, people sort of take whatever they're seeing in the material world at face value. They look at the negativity, they look at what they're seeing, and they just think that's the truth, even if they know it's not true. And with the Page of Swords reversed, we have a chance to do some serious reversals. Not everyone's going to be open to it yet. Some people want their denial. Some people want to believe they did the right thing and they didn't screw up. Sometimes the Page of Swords reversed, we have to correct misunderstandings that are going on at the workplace, possibly with customers and clients, possibly when it comes to misunderstandings about money, about terms of employment. But we can do it. We can work these things out. It does not have to be suffering. It could be frustrating. It could be a pain in the ass for an hour or two. But at the end of the day, it will get reversed should you engage. When it comes to the external, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, the other people in your life, we've got the Fool upright. And it looks to me like there's kind of a twofold message coming through here. You do have a brand new social life or a new social sensibility emerging this week. I'm seeing both a fresh start for an existing relationship or an existing friendship or multiple friendships, very much Venus sextile Saturn, and I'm seeing a new crew. I'm seeing a new team. I'm seeing a new sense and set of people that are actually going to be ideal workers with you. And the good news is that it's not a unity that is dependent on conformity or dependent on following a script. It is in the uniqueness and the flavor of what everyone is bringing to the table that gives these folks their strength and gives this group or this unit its strength. We are not linking under an umbrella. We are not joining together because of some lexicon. But with the Fool card upright, we are all understanding of something that is very true and real about our bond. And this can, of course, like I said, with Venus sextile to Saturn, even heal some relationships with friends and relatives that belong there as well. When it comes to your relationships, love, romance, well, we've got the Knight of Pentacles upright. And when it comes to love and romance, a lot of you Piscean people may actually be engaging with the Knight of Pentacles upright when it comes to somebody new. In fact, for those of you who are available, the Knight of Pentacles will show up as somebody who works one of your passions. In a sense, they are, on some level, working a similar path as you. Now, it could be a similar career, similar vocation. Maybe it's a similar artistic passion. Maybe it's a similar spiritual path. Maybe it's somebody who, because the Pentacles, we talk about earth and the materials, somebody who has the same nutritional or fitness or health sensibilities. But we have somebody who shares a multitude of commonalities with you right in the beginning, which brings for a comfortable slowness to start things off. Yes, there is mutual attraction, but with the Knight of Pentacles, we're also seeing just a mutual interest. We take it slow, almost because even if we choose not to stay with this person, we do want to hang out with them afterwards and keep them as friends. When it comes to the romantic side of things, your partner is becoming more actively engaged in your material life, in your material realm. And with the Knight of Pentacles, they are offering themselves, their expertise, and possibly some kind of extra boon to you, some kind of power-up to you, as it were. Because with the Knight of Pentacles, the way they make themselves known is an act of service, because act of service is definitely the love language of the Knight of Pentacles. And you may be noticing partners going out of their way to try and prove themselves by endeavoring for you. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And if you ever wish to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.